Well, hello there, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? It's Southern Sunday lunchtime. I cannot think of one thing that comes to mind more on a Southern Sunday lunch than fried chicken. Mama's getting ready to make some fried chicken here, and I'm going to make some copycat KFC brown gravy to go on our chicken and mashed potatoes today. So I'll let Mama take you away here with some chicken.
Okay, I've got 2 chicken breasts, and I cut them up into 4 tenders each. So there's 8 tenders in here, and all I've got is buttermilk, a little salt, a little pepper, and right now all I'm going to do is sprinkle just a little bit of this Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning in here. I don't want to sprinkle too good, Johnny. There it comes. And just a tiny bit of lemon pepper. I guess that's close to Kentucky Fried Chicken's. What is it?
I don't know how many, 11 herbs?
11 herbs and spices. So all I'm going to do is just smash this all around in here. Coat it all as best I can. And then all I'm going to do is just roll it in flour and put it in my skillet.
That looks good.
I think I've got it pretty well coated.
Unless you want to put some red cayenne in there.
Oh, Johnny. I will for you.
No, go ahead. I know. She claims I burn her up, but I have never fixed nothing too hot for her. I've never fixed nothing you didn't eat, Mama. Can you give me that onion powder over there?
Onion powder.
Yeah, that's the only season looks like I don't have. Alright, folks, here we go. Point you down here to my... This is boiling water. Just come out, and you... I use the better than bouillon instead of the cubes, unless sometimes I use the cubes, if that's what all I have. But right now I do have some better than bouillon. A cube is the equivalent of a teaspoon.
I hope you said onion powder.
Yes, ma'am. And that's the teaspoon right there. And I'm just going to drop that in there, let that kind of dissolve and melt, and it'll flake right out of there, one piece. That way I can add my beef. Now the secret to this copycat gravy is adding both beef and chicken stock or bouillon cubes. So you add both, folks. That's the secret. So this is the beef, and I'm going to put one equivalent of 1 cube of it in there, which is going to be that 1 teaspoon. A good healthy teaspoon. So I'll put that right in there. See, it just melts right off. I can put these back on there. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, this is called Better Than Bouillon. You can get it at the big store, which is Walmart, or you can get it most grocery stores. I usually get mine when we go to this big city. Better Than Bouillon, and this is the beef. And then there's Better Than Bouillon, which is the chicken. And there it is. And that's all you add for that. And what you need to do is just put this in here and let it dissolve together. And you just stir it in, and you'll see it'll turn. And what you'll notice, first of all, is, that color kind of looks like KFC gravy. Well, there's the secret. Swipe the comments to the right if you don't want them, or if you can't see good what's going on here. There's the secret to that beautiful color. Now, I'm going to read you the recipe. And then, actually, I don't do too much different than the actual recipe. I kind of hold to this one. 1 chicken cube bouillon, and 1 beef cube bouillon, or the equivalent of with Better Than Bouillon. 2 1/3 cups of boiling water, and that's what we have here. 4 tablespoons of butter. This is cold. This is not, I didn't soften this because I wanted to be able to measure it out. It's thank you, Mom. 4 tablespoons of butter. Now, I don't know if y'all know this or not about making gravy, but normally, this is marked 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about half a stick. Normally, when you're making gravy of any kind, even good old breakfast gravy, or any kind of gravy for that matter, you want to equal your fat to your flours. So if it says 4 tablespoons of flour or butter, or if you use 4 tablespoons of, that's good and hot.
Ooh, that was too hot.
Reckon that brown butter won't hurt, will it?
It shouldn't hurt.
Nah, it'll be good.
Brown butter.
Ooh, it got hot. Look at that.
Brown butter flavor is good.
Brown butter flavor will work with gravy. Man alive, it was hot. I'm going to turn it down. We're using our new, put this last one in there, our new hot plate so we can see Mama over here cooking. You put that in there, but whenever you're doing gravy, you want to equal your fat to your flour. As a rule now, there could be exceptions that I don't even know about, but that's what we do. 4 tablespoons of butter, 4 tablespoons of flour. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my whisk here. This is just a regular whisk. I've got the ones I used, but I didn't have them clean. They're in the dishwasher, I guess. You want to just add your flour in there nice and gentle like. This is self-rising white lily flour. You can use plain. Sometimes the plain will keep this foaming down, but you don't have to use plain. That's the only difference is if foam, it will cause a little bit, the baking soda will cause a little foam, but I usually don't mind it. So 4 tablespoons of butter, 4 tablespoons of flour, and you do want to keep stirring this. Then a half a tablespoon of onion powder, 1/4 tablespoon of finely ground black pepper. See, that looks very resemblant of breakfast gravy. Can y'all see what I'm stirring here? Mom, we got a boil over. Boil over on aisle 1. That's just some. That's just some boiling chicken for tomorrow's lunch. You know, I like to boil chicken for prep. This is 1/4 of a teaspoon here. And that's what we need for finely ground black pepper. And this is finely ground right here. And it's just table pepper. But I'm going to put 1/4 of a teaspoon. I think that's enough because I think I got more than my fair share. Stir him in. And then I'm going to put 1/2 a teaspoon of onion powder. Now, like I said, I don't really, this is 1/2 teaspoon. I'm really not cheating too much.
You got it on your kettle, I start so you ain't got it on you.
I don't really stray from this one too much. So there is 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder. Stir it right in. And then salt to taste. And I'm just going to, I'm not going to put any, is what I'm going to do, until after I taste it, because this bouillon's got a little bit of salt in it, as you all know. So now, here's the directions. You dissolve your bouillon cubes in boiling water. Melt your butter in your saucepan, add the flour, onion powder, and pepper into the butter with the whisk. It says, while stirring, slowly pour in half of the liquid, which is the boiling water in the bouillon here, and you stir that for 1 to 2 minutes. This is a simple, easy gravy to make. I'm just going to stir this up. That bouillon, it instantly melts, but I do want to make sure it's good mixed. I'm going to let this get a little hot again. I turned it down. I'm going to let it get good and hot because you want it to boil. But you can see there, it looks like gravy, and that's what we're cooking, so that's a good thing.
Smells good, that butter.
Don't it? That little bit of black pepper.
And I got my chicken.
Mama's done the chicken. I'm going to let you see her chicken. This is all she did was shook it up in that marinade bag there, which is just a gallon Ziploc. And then she put, how much, Mama? Tell us your recipe on your flour.
Oh, I just put it out on this plate and just rolling it in it.
And you put how much ranch?
Oh, I forgot to put the ranch in here. I know that was good.
Oh, Mama. You can sprinkle some on top of them too.
I will. I know it looked a little different.
We put ranch in the batter and ranch on the chicken breast in the flour. So Mama, tell us where you're going to put a couple of tablespoons in that plate.
Oh, well, they probably won't be now since I've got it.
Y'all know Mama gets in a hurry when we're filming, and Mama gets a little nervous sometimes on that camera.
Well, I think the butter started burning as I
Oh, Mama, she's going to blame me. I knew it would come back to me.
I don't want to take credit for my
No.
mistake.
Just like when you tried to tell me I burnt you up. I have never cooked anything that she couldn't eat. Now, sometimes she'll say you got a little warm, but I always put minimal seasoning. So I'm going to put half of my liquid in here. You can see it's boiling, boiling, boiling now. And that's what you want. But that's going to boil quick, and it don't take long for this gravy because we use boiling water to start with. You're not waiting for it to heat up and all that business. Now, I don't know, you can't see it probably, but I can tell you this is thickening very quickly because of that flour that's in there.
This humidity's got my...
So I'm going to add the rest of our liquid now that this is thickened, as you can see it. I'm going to add the rest of my bouillon water here, which has both the beef and the chicken, a little bit there in the bottom. I want to get all that goodness because that's where our flavor is.
I'm just sprinkling some of that on there. I don't know.
That thinned it back down to normal gravy consistency.
Everything's going to be ready except my chicken. It's messed up.
Folks, this gravy, we make this gravy, and it tastes like KFC, don't it, Mama?
Yeah, I think it does a lot.
If you like KFC gravy, you'll love this. One time we got KFC, and they put the littlest bitty bowls of gravy in there you ever seen. And Mama wasn't happy because this is one of Mama's favorite things about KFC. It's the good gravy. And I said, well, I can fix that, Mama. I'll whip you up some. So I whipped her up some copycat gravy. And it was good. And we did the side by side, and it was pretty close, wasn't it, Mama?
Yeah, it was.
In fact, I think ours was better, actually. Because it was hot and ready and right there. Can y'all see Mama over there frying chicken? Let me turn this a little bit. She's got her ranch dressing. Now, we don't use liquid. This is the powder ranch. And we just put it in the flour and we put it in the chicken. It gives it that 7 herbs or 11 herbs. Does it matter? Is it 11?
I think it's 11 or something like that.
It's 11 probably. Salt and pepper is probably 2 of them. Salt and pepper is always 2 of whatever they tell you. Speaking of salt, I have not added a drop of salt to this because of the bouillon. So I'm going to taste this, and I'm going to give you the verdict of whether it needs salt or not. As my memory serves me correctly, I didn't put salt last time. I'm going to wipe this spoon off. It's not been eaten out from. It's only been used. And I'm just going to let this cool a second.
Oh, go ahead and taste it.
And give it just the tiniest little taste to see where we are. See what I think here. My memory served me correctly today. No salt, please. And I'm just going to let this stir on down. And I'm going to let you see Mama finish up her chicken here. Mama? Can you see yourself in there? I really
Oh, yeah. I don't need to see myself because I'm too busy looking down.
Mama, some people say I hog the camera, don't let you get on there now.
I know it, but I don't want on there.
You don't want it on there. That's what I try to tell them. They don't believe me. They say, let Mama sit in the front and read the comments.
See, I was on the camera and I got caught not putting my wrench in my...
They say, let Mama read the comments. I'm going to let you sit on my side.
I can't read the comments if I sit on the underneath it or whatever.
I ain't worried about it, Mama. We'll just do it. The way we do it, that's what we do.
Yeah, can't help it.
This gravy is delicious. And, you know, I've read it to y'all and going through this, but once you make it one time, it's so simple to make. You just know instinctively it don't have a lot of ingredients. And it's just really easy to make. It stirs up good. I've never had it not thicken well. I just really like it. It's a good go-to. And, you know, it's called KFC copycat because it's good with their chicken. But now I'm going to tell you, this gravy is good with pork chops. It's good with beef. It's good with anytime you have mashed potatoes. And this gravy, you can make it up a day ahead of time, put it in the refrigerator. And you may have to put a little bit of water with it the next day, but most of the time not. Most of the time it's just as good the next day as it is the first day once you heat it up. I have no problem with it. Would you say it's the best homemade gravy, Mama?
Yes, it's really, really good. I really like it.
You know, there's no package involved, just your bouillon, and you don't have to have better than bouillon. You can use bouillon cubes, just so you get a beef and a chicken. If I had to name one thing as the secret, it would be that beef and bouillon, or beef bouillon and chicken bouillon mixed. That little bit of onion powder, it just gives it that flavor, but you don't have a strong, overpowering onion flavor to it. The recipe does call for salt, but I never put any salt in it.
I may have to switch this to the stove to the big burner because...
Is it not going hot enough?
Well, the burner is smaller than, a lot smaller than the skillet.
You want me to move it to the big stove for you?
I think I'm going to have to because, see, there's no heat
Around the big pan?
outer edges, and I'm afraid that's not going to get as...
You got it on over there?
I know, I'll turn it on.
Turn on the big burner and you can put the mashed potatoes over here. We're going to switch that out while she's working on it.
Well, I'll fix my stovetop stuff over there.
She's going to move over here and put stovetop stuff in. Let me read this recipe to you. Y'all get a pencil and paper. Copycat KFC brown gravy. There are several of them online. I haven't tried any, but this is the first one I tried, the first one I enjoyed, and it was perfect, so I didn't try anything else. Like I said, we've probably used this 4 or 5 years.
It's been a long time.
So it's 1 chicken bouillon cube, 1 beef bouillon cube, or the equivalent thereof, 2 1/4 cups of boiling water. We put ours in the microwave in a Pyrex safe container, and we boiled it that way. 4 tablespoons of butter, and we use salted butter. That's another reason I didn't put no salt. I'll move that, Mama. Let me move.
I've got it. It's not heavy.
It's not heavy.
It's just big around.
Just big around. Wasn't heavy at all. She just sling that over there like nothing. 1 1/4 cups of boiling water. We put it in a Pyrex safe dish and boiled it right there in the microwave. And I put the 2 cubes in there, or the equivalent thereof. 4 tablespoons of salted butter, 4 tablespoons of flour. We use Zephyrizing White Lily. You can use plain. The only difference is the baking powder, soda, whatever they put in it, and self-rising. It will cause it to foam a little bit, but it stirs right down, and I'm going to continue to stir this. And I'm going to turn it down a little bit more. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Not minced onion. Definitely not garlic. Onion powder. This is just the store brand that we have here. onion powder. It's backwards, but trust me, that's what it says. 1/4 teaspoon. This says finely ground black pepper. I use table pepper right out of this shaker because it's finely ground. I do have grounds here, and I could hit it with some of that, but it's not as fine. And then all you need is salt to taste, it says, but I deem that there's no need for any salt. What with the salted butter and the bouillon, it's plenty salty enough. All you do is you dissolve your bouillon in the water, melt your 4 tablespoons of butter, add your flour, stir that in, add your onion powder, your black pepper, and you stir it. Stir it a minute or so to get all that blend up. Let it what you're doing is letting the flour cook a little while. Then while you stir slowly, pour in half of your liquid, and by liquid that's your bouillon, your boiling water. Since it's boiling, you don't have to wait for it to boil or to come to flavor. It'll boil very quickly. Then you want to stir that for a minute and a half, and then when it gets thick, and it happened today much quicker than a minute and a half, then you put your other half of your liquid in. That's it. Delicious. It's so easy, and there's only really flour, butter, onion powder, and 2 cubes of bouillon. And I'm telling you, I don't know how they make it, but tastes just like it to me now. And sometimes, if they don't give you enough, you can just whip up your own. You can whip this up while they're getting their hands washed and coming to the table, because it's that quick. Don't take long for that water to boil. Once your water boils, that's really it. That's really all you got to worry about.
You have leftover butter?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Where are you going?
I'm just right here at the skillet.
Okay, Mama's going to show y'all. Now, like I said the other night, stovetop stuffing to the rescue. Sometimes we eat it. We will.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to get me a knife to cut it. Well, I will use this knife to put it in here.
We use
You
it.
didn't turn my burner off, did you?
It went off, but I didn't turn. It's on maximum. It'll come back on right there. I didn't turn it off, but it's back on now. Now, Mama, give them what you're doing there.
All I'm doing is following directions on this stove top. And Tony, you may have to
read for you. It says directions in a saucepan. Bring 1½ cups of water and 1/4 cup. Bring 1½ cups water and a 1/4 cup, 4 tablespoons margarine or butter to a boil in a medium saucepan.
And that's what I'm doing up.
And then, once it boils, you stir in the mix and you cover. Remove from heat, let stand for 5 minutes, and fluff with your fork. That's pretty easy. This is just stovetop chicken. So once that boils, stir this in, and in 5 minutes it'll thicken up and the chicken will be done. And we'll be eating Southern Sunday lunch. Now, stovetop is good for the toppings on casseroles. It's good for, I'll eat it about any time. I just don't want it for Thanksgiving or Christmas. Any other day of the year, bring on the stovetop. I'm all right with that. This is one of those semi-homemade little things that you can do to simplify. It's just breadcrumbs, toasted breadcrumbs, with the seasoning down in there. But sometimes a little shortcut is worth it. And with this today, I just soon have it is to try to fool with homemade dressing. It's got its own little taste. Let's see what you all are having today. I use chicken broth for my stuffing instead of water. So good. I guess you could use chicken stock for this instead of water as well for the gravy or the stuffing.
I was going to use my chicken stock up here, but it's not cooked long enough.
Mama's throwing stuff now. She dropped the good old Tupperware bowl, but you know what? It bounced right back, no problems. Speaking of Christmas, does Mama have a recipe for Southern jam cake? What's Southern jam cake? Is that apple jam cake?
No, I don't.
We don't have one. I do have a hack for apple stack cake, and it's very good. And it tastes very similar. And it's just use store-bought apple butter and graham crackers, and you just layer them, starting with the graham crackers. Put apple butter, graham cracker, apple butter, right on up as high as you want it. Put that in the refrigerator overnight. The next day, you cut it, and it's like cutting cake. Very good. You have 1.9 thousand viewers. Well, we do. Welcome each one of y'all. Thank you, Sandra. Hey, Gina. Hey, Julie. I like stovetop for pork. I do too. How much water for the stovetop or the gravy? How much water was that, Mama?
For the stovetop was 1
here it is.
1/2 cup, I believe.
1 1/2 cups of water. And this was 1 1/4 cups of water for the gravy.
No, the gravy was
2 1/4 cup boiling water. Sorry. Correction. The gravy was 2 1/4 cups boiling water. These are wampum croissants. Mama don't do wampum because she about broke her finger on some, and they do pop. Why do we call them wampum? Because you peel the paper and you give them a good wampum, and they open. Mama won't open them. If it means having them or wamping them, we won't have them. Right, Mama? So she swore that off about 2 years ago. She did have an ugly finger now. And she had just got it out of the refrigerator. She had not even unwrapped it, and it just exploded in her hand. And when it did, it hit her hand. And really, I thought it broke it. It did not look good. And so...
It wasn't good, I'll tell you that.
So Mama no longer wampums the biscuits, the croissants, or none of that stuff.
It really looked bad, I'm telling you.
It was hard times with it, Mama.
It's this one, and I still
Well, step over here, Mama. They can't see you.
Oh, it's this one, and I still got a little blue spot, and that was, what, 2 years ago or something like
And
that?
she tells me about it all the time.
Yeah, I do.
Open those biscuits or open those croissants. You know, remember my finger? How? No, I guess not.
I thought it was broke bad. I mean,
Yes, Mama dear. I do remember.
yeah. Get those out and talk to them while I just, what am I hunting?
Well, you want me to talk to them? I'm not hushed, as you say.
I was gonna, this will mix up that stuff, won't it?
Oh, yeah, Mama.
There you go.
Here, use this.
For the stuffing, it's
You want
one?
one?
Fork like that.
Fork tender. That's just to make it fluffy.
Fluff it up. I can still make my stuff. Ooh, look at that. That's looking good.
Now here, let's let you. They've seen me roll croissants before. There you go.
I'll get over here.
So that's the water and the butter boiling in the saucepan, and she's pouring in all the seasons,
all the hard stuff, buddy.
all the seasons, and the
Oh, if you can smell the sage.
yes, it's good. Now it says to stir and cover, and in 5 minutes you'll be eating some stuffing.
Well, I keep going to the wrong side. Sorry about that, everybody. I gotta get this all seasoned.
Stir, stir.
Mmm.
Mama, you took my gravy boat.
Your gravy boat. What did I do with
The Pyrex thing. Is your chicken done?
it? Should be good now. If you'll check the temperature
I
on
think
it.
that can stand, and then check that. It looks like it's smoking. You don't
Is
have to
this
stir
what
it.
you're using for gravy?
No, ma'am. I said I was calling it the gravy boat, but it was really just the Pyrex measuring dish. All right, folks. Here's the croissants ready to go in the oven, and I've got them laid out there. We'll put those over there, and the oven's on preheat. At what? How long are you gonna put these in there? Till they're done, till they're brown. About 8 minutes.
We're up to 200.
We're good on that chicken, Mom. That's what I thought. You can take him up. That bird's cooked. Croissants are in the oven. Gravy's made. The stuffing is made. And looking good. It says to cover it, but I'm just
Here,
going to stir
cover
it.
with your plate.
Yeah. That's a good old southern lid. Y'all ever seen a southern lid like that? You just put the plate over it, and it'll stand just like that, just like always. Turn that eye off, and we're done with that. We're done. Mama's got her orange dish rag. I got my blue one. You reckon there's something in heredity about that? Maybe I've just watched Mama so much. I just know that's the way you cook. Cook with a dish rag in your hand. Now Mama does that, but so did my granny, who was my daddy's mother. Always swiping, always wiping, always had a towel, and always wore an apron. And that was just the norm. Let's have some coffee. Chicken's done. Mashed potatoes are coming next. You cream the potatoes?
No, sir. I'm going to let you.
That's what I say. I'll do those.
Put all of this.
I will gladly do that for you. Do I need
Ouch.
do I need to get a can of cream?
Oh, I didn't get it out of the refrigerator.
Alright, I'm gonna let you. I'll be right back. I gotta go get cream, but I'm not gonna take you all with us because it's just a lot of motion.
I'm here, back with you.
Did Mama entertain y'all while I was gone?
No, I just said I was back with them, but I really didn't stay.
But you really didn't mean it, did you, Mama?
No, I really didn't stay. I was terrible.
Let's cream these potatoes. Now this, she left just a little bit of water in there. And that's good because...
Oh my goodness, I about dropped everything. Did that hit your foot?
No, Mama, it just hit the floor.
Don't move for just a second. Let me get a paper towel.
It was the butter lid.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just mashing these.
See, that's why.
You don't want to overwork them. You want to just mash them. Let me get the... See here, we keep it right here on the side of the refrigerator because it is metallic and it will hold this little thing. Now on the butter, I'm only going to put probably 1, 2, that one wasn't a whole one, about 2 tablespoons and a little of butter. And I want to go ahead and mash it in. Did you put salt and pepper in these, Mama?
I put salt. I could, but you probably need more.
Well, we'll just see.
I know it needs pepper.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mom.
Are you through with the butter?
I guess.
Trust me to move it back. I've got the lid in the sink.
So I put just a pinch of salt and a good healthy pinch of butter, of pepper. And I'm just going to get... I just baptized myself in butter, Mama.
Oh, it's alright.
Sorry I stood up and y'all can't see. Let me sit back down. I'm not used to sitting and cooking until I'm filming, but I film so much I've got used to it. Now we can see me and the pot and everything. And I'm just going to put my cream now. Now, like I've told y'all before on cream potatoes, you want it to be soupier and creamier than what you want to serve, because it's going to stiffen, and it's going to stiffen very quickly. See, these are a little bit creamier than what I would want to put on a plate. They're a little softer, but that's fine, because that means in just about 2 minutes they're going to be about perfect for a plate. And I'm just going to set this over here in the dirty section, and I'm going to set these right up here on this warm eye.
I'm going to move this so I have room to put stuff.
No, it's hot, Mama. Don't try to move it. We've got plenty of room right here. We're just going to set it right on there. I don't want you moving no hot plate.
Oh, it's not that hot.
Don't. She's in her terrible threes. You can't tell her much. Don't move it, Mama. Leave it alone. We're fine. We've got all the space we ever need right here, ready. Okay, just set that right there on there. Chicken is served. Gravy is served. And the dressing is served. We are ready to eat, Mama, and we got room to spare.
No, we got beans coming in rolls.
Well, rolls can go right over there. The beans can go right there. I'm going to get me a paper towel or napkin and get this plate, aka lid, off that dressing, because it's hot. That plate's hot. But it can take the heat.
It's made for it.
It's made for it. Here, let me get you a spoon. Oh, here, you can use this spoon.
I've got this one here.
Okay. We need that, if you'll hand me my gravy boat back, I'll pour this gravy out. See, this gravy's staying in a nice consistency. This is what I've been calling the gravy boat, because it's just the Pyrex. It's just the measuring cup. Y'all ever... We've got a Thanksgiving one. You can only use it at Thanksgiving, though. It says so right on the instructions.
Oh.
We don't use it. We use this Pyrex thing right here for our gravies and pancake syrup and anything else we heat like that. It's perfect. It's already dirty. You only have to clean once. And you can pour it right straight out of it. Yum.
Yum.
And there is that.
I'll get that killed in just a second.
I'll just set it right here, Mama.
I'm gonna take it away.
Take it away, Mama. I'm going to take my hot plate. You want the hot plate so your food will stay hotter?
It don't matter.
Just don't burn yourself. It's not too hot. I'll let you have the hot plate.
Can you get the cranberry?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to get that.
I'll burn the
We've got homemade cranberry sauce. I made it from the can to this bowl. It's whole cranberry sauce out of the can, Ocean Spray. And you can enhance it with a little drop of orange juice. Stir that in if it's too tart for you. You can put a little sugar in there, a little sweetener substitute if it's too tart for you. But we kind of like that. That's another wonderful shortcut, because you all know how long it takes to make real cranberry sauce. How much water? I think that's froze there.
potatoes.
Did I freeze you all? Did I ever? All right, folks. You with some Donna raisins.
Here we go.
Donna says. Donna reads, I guess you're the one that said, I love y'all's manners, but why don't you get up? Is that what you're asking, Donna? Well, Donna, I've told this before, but I'll tell you again. It's because I'm tall, and when you're doing a camera on the phone, it's hard to get people in the shot that's 5'2" and 6'2", and the food. So it's all a camera issue. But it really doesn't matter. If I stand, if I sit, that shouldn't matter. Just watch it for what it is and enjoy it. And if you don't, you can always turn away. There's other videos of people standing and doing all kinds of stuff. So you make yourself happy and don't let this stress you out. Okay? Because I get that question sometime and I've told it over and over. So that's the reason. All right, who's next? Don't see. Oh, you didn't see me baptize myself? I did with potatoes. Got all over my apron. That's the reason I wore that apron. Don't burn the rolls. We didn't. They're golden, delicious, beautiful. We didn't burn the coffee. It's delicious. Good times. Good lunch. Like I said at the beginning of this, I can't think of anything more classic Southern, traditional Southern food than a Sunday lunch with fried chicken, mashed potatoes, green beans. Probably traditionally they didn't have stovetop stuffing, but they did have probably dressing, homemade style. But it is delicious. Mama, let's give me something to drink, and then we're going to bless it and eat it. Alrighty. See that gravy in that gravy boat? Doesn't that look like KFC? Now this has nothing to do with KFC. I'm just saying it tastes like theirs. It does taste like theirs. And if my mama likes it, then that's what I want her to have. And she loves her some KFC dressing. Great. She probably likes the original the best. Mama, you like theirs better than mine, I'm sure. Because it's so good. But it's awful tasty.
Here is your tea. I didn't ask you, but...
Oh, it's Sunday, Mama. You know I'm going to have tea and coffee.
And there you go.
Mm-mm.
Yep, it's thawed out.
Y'all sent us some more tea, and we're so thankful. We love y'all's tea. We drank different kinds, but since they sent us this, and they send decaf, which we like, and they send regular too. But if somebody out there is from y'all's tea, thank you very much. We've enjoyed the tea.
Here is the teaspoon if you want to put your lemon in your tea.
Okay. And this is that fresh bottle that Mama opened up yesterday. I'm just going to put a little bit in there. I love some good fresh squeezed lemon. And y'all see me squeeze it right out of that bottle. Give it a little stir. And we're ready for Southern Sunday lunch. Mama, I didn't get you a croissant here.
Oh.
I'll get you one. Look at that. Here, look at that brown, delicious croissant. Mama, you did real good. Real good.
Everything's working out till we get it ready and we can eat. I said take off my apron.
Little bit of cranberry sauce with whole cranberries.
Thank you. Uh-oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, the meal is served and cooked. Here we go. Mama's joined us. Now here, let's give you a little tour.
Not over for a whole meal.
There's my plate. There's the cranberry, mashed potatoes, green beans, croissants, the beautiful stuffing, the beautiful chicken, beautiful Mama. Mama, I was going to tell you, your outfit, I don't know if I told you earlier, you look just like a spring day.
I do feel like a spring day today. It's wonderful.
Now let's put this gravy on here. Because this is some goodness. Mama, it's kind of skimmed over. It does that quickly.
Here, take this fork. It ain't being used. Well,
I've got mine. Here, let me give you some. Say when.
Twin, and put a little bit on my stovetop, please.
Oh.
Thank you.
I thought you was going to say chicken. I was just hovering over your chicken.
No, don't hover over my chicken.
I want to leave my chicken alone. For Pete's sake.
I like picking my chicken up with my hands and
dipping it.
and eating it.
Let's bless our meal.
Yeah.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for these precious hands that prepared it, dear Lord. And Lord, we just thank you for your blessings and all that you're doing and all you're going to do, dear Lord. And we just ask you to please bless each and every prayer request. Bless those that are spoken and unspoken, dear Lord, and just be with us and watch over us, lead, guide, and direct us. In your precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, Mama, give that gravy a taste.
Oh, I'm going to.
I've already tasted it. It's just like downtown.
Down.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's very good.
Mmm. Deliciousness. I like it. Folks, everything is delicious. I've tried everything now but the chicken. Let's see if Mama got it too hot for me. Too spicy.
I might have, because I couldn't get it to come out. And then it come out in a big bunch.
Mmm. That's delicious, Mama. To perfection.
No, I'm glad you think so.
I always do.
I need the lemon juice down here. I didn't put none.
Lemon.
Didn't put any in my tea.
Lemon coming your way, Mama. Folks, that's it today. This is Southern Sunday Lunch here in downtown Oswego. And we just want to say thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your uplifting words. You all are so kind, and we appreciate you so much. I don't know if we'll be back today. If we get on the porch and something pretty's out there or something, we may show you. But it's storming here. It has been kind of rainy and stormy all day. We don't know what the weather's going to be. But, you know, I love, unless it's lightning, I love to sit on the porch when it's raining, a little bit of rumble of thunder every now and then. It's just a good time. And the smells so fresh, and that's fresh ionized air from all that rain. It's a good feeling. Mama, you got anything you're going to do today?
Mm-mm.
Day of rest.
Eat and sleep after eating all this. This is a plate full of food.
This is a good Sunday luncheon. We might have to eat leftovers tomorrow.
Yes, we might. I hope we can. This is pretty good.
This is good enough to eat for leftovers, ain't it, Mama?
Yeah.
And you know what? This little bit of stovetop,
Sets it off a little bit.
it's good. Really good. Y'all find you something good to eat today. Make some memories. Love on your family. Enjoy them. You know, we're never promised another day. Let's take full advantage of the one we got. And let's enjoy the weather, no matter what it is. Even if it's hot. You know me. I don't like hot weather, but I find a little something in it to enjoy. So you all enjoy yourselves. We may or may not be back later. We'll see.
Yeah.
Mama says,
Nap time.
nap time. We may go for a Sunday ride and see what the neighbors are into.
Turkey and dressing makes you sleep. I think chicken will too.
Say goodbye, Mama.
Goodbye, Mama. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Y'all have a great day.